friend. Do you remember how summers used to be like when we were kids? When we just spent all our summer break outside, not caring about the clock, and only returning home when our stomachs were growling? We used to run around barefoot all the time, gathered at the sound of the bells of the ice cream truck, or just laid in the sun daydreaming. This year, I wanted to relive some of this summer magic. I wanted to go out and do something and try to notice again what makes summer so special.
Shake your head to anything.
This year, I wanted to make a bucket list of all the things I used to do in summer, or I wanted to do in summer, or I think would fit the summer time very well. I got some inspiration on Pinterest and I wrote it all down. I only chose things that I thought I was able to achieve. So I knew I would go on vacation to the beach, so I included swimming in the ocean. But if you have no access to the ocean, then obviously it wouldn't make sense to write something like that on your bucket list. I then decorated this bucket list in a very fun and childlike way.
Shake your head to anything, to anyone.
And then I put it up onto the wall on my desk to look at it every morning.
And you'll get fed. Just wait.
The first and easiest thing on my bucket list was eating berries, which I had done before writing this list, and I've done plenty after writing this list, since I could eat fresh berries from my garden every single day. Another thing I used to do a lot when I was a child was make popsicles, and I used these molds that I still had from when I was younger, and I just filled them up with some juice that I had laying around.
I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi. Or we'll go
And
down
closing them up made me a little nervous because I thought it would make such a mess, but I managed to do it with just a little spillage.
Look so fly like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My oh my, when we
I only found 3 of these molds, so that's how many popsicles I made, and then of course they had to go into the freezer to freeze up before on the next day I was able to eat them.
we are goofy, playing tag in the jacuzzi. We'll go upstairs with our best moves. We get groovy.
It was the perfect treat to sit outside, enjoy the sun, and read a nice book.
They want a piece of us.
We met at a moment when my world
This summer, I also wanted to meet my friends more. The older we get, the more difficult it becomes due to jobs and studies and other responsibilities, and sometimes friends just move away, where it's not as easy to meet up anymore. But I wanted to make an effort to meet my friends more often.
with what we're feeling for each other.
I was fortunate this year to go on vacation with my friends to Portugal, and I made so many amazing memories. I ate so much delicious food. I, for the first time in years, swam in the ocean, enjoyed the ocean, and although I do not have that much footage of everything, it was an amazing time, and I enjoyed my time with my friends a lot.
We can carry anything.
And I did cross off a few things from my bucket list, like watching the sunset, watching the sunrise, and, as mentioned, swimming in the ocean.
You think you're not so special, Didi, but I found you in the desert like a pond of living water where I rest my running thoughts. I think
On another day, I went on a day trip with my family to a place that's about 1.5 hours away from where we live. And we used to go there every year when I was younger, but I haven't been there in quite a while.
I see in you, you know that there's no better place in all the world than you. And everybody knows when I'm with you.
We also ventured out into the old city there to check out some of these stores. Of course, I also had to check out the bookstore, although I didn't buy anything this time. However, I got some new jewelry. And there I had the opportunity to eat some real ice cream, because I know shaved ice doesn't really count. This was melon flavored and wow, it was so good. Ice cream has become so expensive, but this was totally worth it. One thing I always dreamt about and always imagined to be so romantic and fun is a picnic. However, and I don't know why, I never came to do it. I don't know what about it made me not do it, but this year I put it on my bucket list and I was determined to go on a picnic outside. So I decided to make it even harder for me, or more special. Depends on the way you want to look at it. But I decided to make my own bread to take on that picnic. It was only my second time ever to make my own bread, and I don't know where I got the confidence from to think that I can just do it. I guess it's delusions. Delulu is the Solulu sometimes. And I'm not lying when I say the bread turned out so good. I was so surprised at how good it tasted, how good it looked. It was perfect. I was so proud of it. The crust was so delicious. I was eating it constantly. I couldn't stop eating it. It was that good.
Mein Brot schmeckt auch noch geil.
My plan to go picnicking outside kind of fell into water. It drowned in the rain. The sky set different plans. But then I remembered, let's just make the best out of it and dance in the rain.
I want it sincerely, so I'm still daydreaming. I see it so clearly. If you're out there, I can't find me. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly. Looking in his eyes, why is it seen as naive if I think it's all real? That when you know, you just know, butterflies you feel.
So I had to take my picnic inside. I made myself some open sandwiches, using, of course, my self-made bread, and putting on some vegan salami, some pickles and tomatoes, and it was so good.
What's the point of a romance if it's not there to stay? I should probably mention that I'm perfectly fine being alone for a lifetime. This is perfectly right. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly, lighting up the sky like the fireworks on the 4th of July. The city will ignite magic, wonder, thunder, striking through my heart. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly, looking in his eyes. Yeah. All the sparks will fly.
I still cannot believe how good my bread was. I can't get over it. I need to make it again, I think. I miss it. It was just so good. Yeah, I should make some more bread. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that I ate half of the entire bread in one day. I ate nothing but bread the entire day.
Looking in his eyes. Yeah. Looking in his eyes.
Summer is also my birth season, so maybe that explains why summer has a special place in my heart. And since my picnic attempt kind of failed, I decided to theme my birthday around a picnic. So I took flowers from the garden to decorate, and I baked cakes, and I made finger food and things that are easy to eat with hands or that you could take on a picnic basically. And although we didn't eat on the floor, I think it still had the same vibes. And now that summer comes to a close, there is only one thing left to do to fulfill my bucket list.
I have something really exciting, at least it's exciting for me. My film developed. Finally, I've been waiting for it for 3 weeks. It took quite a while. But first, let me quickly give you a little background. So, 2 months ago, or I think it was June, I visited my grandma and we talked about photography because I just recently got back into the interest. Like, it never really got away, but it resurfaced a little bit more, especially with the instant photography and all of that. So we talked about photography because she was always very supportive of my dream of becoming a photographer when I was younger. So while we talked, she got an idea and she asked me if I wanted to look at my grandpa's old cameras because she doesn't need them and he doesn't need them anymore. And I said, of course, sure, I'd be very interested in checking them out. And I came back with a few cameras. One of them is this one. This is a film camera, a point and shoot, an Olympus Meizu 1. I think in America those cameras are called stylus cameras or something like that. But here in Europe it's the Meizu 1. And apparently my grandpa has never used it. When I got it, there was one shot taken on the whole film. That was the only shot, and when I got it developed, it turned out to be an accidental photo, which I thought was really funny. So my grandpa really didn't ever use it. He got it as a present as well. But I was really excited because apart from disposable cameras and instant cameras, as well as the camera that I had as a child that also was a film camera, I have basically no experience with film, with shooting film, and I thought this was great to get into it because it is a point and shoot. You don't have to worry about the settings too much, you just point and shoot. So I was really excited to use this camera, but I had to figure out what I wanted to shoot with it because I didn't just want to take the same pictures with this that I would take with my phone or with my instant camera. So I thought I'd take pictures of my daily life, of everything that I think I might want to remember later, but that's not too important. I take pictures with my phone. Then other things that I thought this is a great memory, still daily life, but more special memories I like to take with my instant camera. But what if I take pictures that capture the feeling of a season with this film camera? Film cameras, maybe because the technology of film cameras is older, they give a nostalgic vibe. And I thought that would be really fitting to capture the mood of this season. So that's what I thought, and that's what my plan was. So I put it on my bucket list. I wanted to shoot a roll of film capturing the summer vibes. I wanted a whole roll of film with summer pictures. So I took it with me on vacation. I took it around with me to capture summer. And finally, the pictures are developed. The fun with film is that some of these pictures I shot multiple months ago. And I don't remember really what I took pictures of, mostly. So this is a fun surprise. Let's take a look. Oh, we already start with a nice landscape photo. I think that was close to sunset. It's a little dark. The point and shoot did underexpose a little, but I still like it. It's still very warm looking. Ooh, butterfly pictures. I love them. They are nice. Oh, this one turned out really good. Yes. cool. I saw so many butterflies this season, this summer. I kept stopping by to admire them and watch them for tens of minutes at a time. They're so beautiful and it's fun to watch them. This was on my birthday, where I collected roses from the garden for decorations. And that's me on my birthday with my cake, which tasted amazing. The picture, I look a little awkward, and that's fine, that's okay. I took a lot of pictures of the cakes on my birthday, together with the decorations that I made with the flowers. I was really in love with the picnic vibes. Oh, I love this one. This was during vacation when we went hiking. I think this has such a great mood, this picture. I love it. It didn't quite capture the lighting because it has a little flare and the shadows are a little washed out, but it was beautiful. And I think it still captures the feeling very well. This is cool. It's also very dark, but you can really see the sunset in Porto, which was absolutely beautiful. And I put it on my bucket list to watch the sunset. I watched the sunset multiple times. Me at the pool, that was on the first day. I love this. I really love this. This is so fun. I think it's really fun to collect pictures for a whole season, to try to capture the feeling of the season, like autumn, summer. And then at the end of the season, you let the film develop and then you get a little gift to be reminded, to get back the feeling of the season. I think I want to continue with this. I think I could get a little bit better even with more practice. But I think I want to continue with this. Maybe this will be a tradition. So that was it. That was my summer. I had so much fun this summer. It really felt special, like when I was a kid, when summer was the best time just because we had the longest vacation of the year and it was warm and we could spend the days outside. I kind of felt like this again, and I think I want to do this again next year. I want to try. But now that summer is over, I kind of am starting to get in the mood for fall. I hope you had an amazing summer as well, and I hope to see you again in fall.